In a world like none other, there comes one man in search of plastic, in search of cons. He is known as Plasticon. Join him as he brings toys from another dimension to a household near you.
Welcome back to another Plasticon review. Today we're going to cover Generation 2 G.I. Joe crossover Ironfist. Here's Ironfist's vehicle, and he's very, very awesome. I do love how this turned out. He has a lot of awesome stuff going on for him. Love the fact that he's got this nice big blue netting with all this equipment here in the back. The fact he has a golden gun here, it's very G2 of him to have a gold gun. And these pink windows just look amazing. Not to mention a little bit of that pink highlight around his headlight detail. He does have a G2 emblem right here on the hood, along with all this like ventilation decal such. He has core right here on the side, and then he flip it over on the other side, and he's got 4x4 with all this, and he also has another core thing there as well. Turn around here to the back, he's got some taillight detail picked out, along with this peg here in order to put a figure. And then he's got all this like really nice detail here. It's kind of hard to see because of this netting here, but it does have a lot. Just kind of ribbed detail in the back. Does happen to have a kind of a fuel canister here on the side. I do like this a whole lot. I've got him also being driven by a good old Spearhead here. This is Spearhead from the 90s. It's very awesome. Late 80s, early 90s Spearhead. It just fits. Goes very, very well with good old Ironfist here. It just works together. I'm a huge fan of this because, whether you guys know it or not, I do like G.I. Joes as much as I like Generation 2 Transformers. And G2 Transformers and G.I. Joe just go together very well. I'm a huge fan of them. And these kind of scream together. It just works very well. I love the way the colors kind of go together with these guys, because it works. There's nothing I can't emphasize how awesome this is. Now, some of you guys out there probably are eagle-eyed people like, that's a core vehicle. Yes, it is. This is actually a Coyote that I had customized, and it was not the easiest thing in the world to get the Coyote decal stuff here off the fenders, but I managed to sand it off. Because the way the decal system is on a lot of these, it's actually tampoing almost. It's not exactly tampoing, but it's kind of a lazy man's tampoing. But I think Spearhead works very well with him. If any of you guys out there are Joe collectors, this is a very awesome little alternative that you can do, especially if you like your Generation 2, or if you just like G.I. Joe and Transformers together. This just works so well. It's just insane how well this works together. I am a huge fan of this, and I do have a lot more customs like this I am actually doing here in the future. You guys did notice, though, you can't see through the front here. It's because I actually blocked it off. I put a piece of, I actually use cardboard on this one, but sometimes I use, just use polystyrene or something like that, to block that off, so that way it isn't a big hollow mess, because the core vehicles are very light and sometimes they're very hollow, and that kind of fixed that problem. I can be able to stand him on the back, and I don't believe the foot peg is, yeah, the foot peg is just fine on this. And if foot pegs are ever like an issue with you guys out there on a lot of this stuff, you can tend to just sand them down just enough. That way your Joe figures can actually fit them, so you don't have to like strain them too much. And he does. He actually fits very well in the back. I mean, he can really just use the gun, considering this is a transformer and it's supposed to drive by itself anyway. Why not? He can jump back there and blast away at the Cobra all the heck he wants with this thing, because it's amazing. It's a very G2-ish kind of thing to do, too. And I'm a huge fan of it. But anyway, this has been Plasticon. This has been a quick little look at a G.I. Joe Transformer crossover vehicle that I've created. You guys stay tuned. I have plenty more coming your way. That's it for now. Bye.